Hey everybody, and happy Friday. Welcome to the Queen of Light 1111 YouTube channel. This is Queen of Light 1111 here with your Friday energy check-in. I hope you guys had a chance to watch the announcement that I posted this morning about an hour ago about my soul circle. I'm going to link it here in the description box as well as a little tag that you guys can click on the screen that takes you directly to the soul circle. If you haven't watched the video, I urge you to please watch it so that you can see where we are taking things here at Queen of Light 1111. It is a elevated mission. We are going and moving on to the next level of this journey, and this soul circle will help support you in your spiritual journey, in your mission, in your growth, and in your ascension. So please take the time to take a look at that video, like, comment, share, subscribe, just please watch it and interact with it so that it can be spread to other people across this platform so we can have more like-minded individuals join us here on the journey. So what we're going to take a look at is divine masculine and feminine's energies. And if you guys want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. Let's get started with the bottom of the deck for our divine feminine. So bottom of the deck for divine feminine's energy reading today is Healer of the Ages. And so perhaps divine feminine is a healer, okay? Most divine feminines are healers in one way or another. Maybe she's in her mission, maybe she is, doing Reiki, maybe she's a healer. There's a lot of different ways. Maybe she's a therapist or coach. So she is absolutely in this energy where the light of divine consciousness is pouring through her. It's pouring through her hands, pouring through her third eye and her crown, through her heart, and it's coming out through her hands, okay? And so divine feminine is very much in this healing energy. And what is she healing right now as related to masculine? She is healing her solar plexus. So if any of you have had some stomach issues or purging or things going on, there's definitely an energy around healing and purging and caring for that solar plexus that is occurring. And we have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like her own mind, her thoughts may be getting away from her, and it's affecting her confidence and her courage. And she's very much in this energy of looking in the mirror, reflecting on that, and healing herself so that she can be more aligned with masculine again. I just feel like, maybe there was some conversation, maybe some attachment issues maybe came up, maybe some fears, maybe some past issues came up, and she kind of got in her head a little bit, she got in her head a little bit, and it started to affect her confidence and her courage. And so she's in this energy where, she's got to take a look in the mirror again. She's got to improve herself. She's got to understand, what is she obsessing about in the headspace? What is she obsessing about in her thoughts as related to this commitment with her masculine? Does she feel like, oh, it's never going to happen? He's kind of pulled back. What is it that's going on with her? And we'll see. We'll see when we get into the energy. And frankly, I was going to just do hers first, but you know what? Let's look at the bottom of the deck for divine masculine. Look at this. His bottom of the deck energy for his divine feminine is happy family. That's the 10 of Cups. It's the 10 of Cups. He wants this union. He wants this connection. He wants this happy union with his feminine. His passion has been reignited towards his feminine again. He wants to start a new cycle. That's not changed. That has not changed since the time you reconnected or you spoke. If you feel like, oh my God, like he's pulled back, blah, 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 what's going on, and you're in your head, well, you know what? He still wants this union. It hasn't changed. But there are things that he's trying to lift out of. He is trying to lift out of some negativity. He is trying to lift out of some sort of, challenging energy that he may be going through on his own that has nothing to do with you. Okay, so you getting insecure about what the heck's going on is not benefiting you on your journey at this time. So reel it back in, take a look at what kind of behaviors are you displaying again, and release that. So divine feminine's overall energy towards her masculine, yeah, she's got some anxiety. She's anxious. She's in her head. She's in her head. He's pulled back. He's not communicating. Things are spotty. You know, what's going on with him? And she's really trying to temper herself. This is temperance. She's in this energy. She's trying to balance her own inner masculine and feminine energy. She's trying to find some balance, and she needs to go within. She's taking a look at herself again. And she's like, why am I doing this? I healed these energies. Why am I still feeling this way? Why am I still focused on third parties? Right? I've got to solution this. I got to break out of that headspace of always thinking he pulled back because of a third party. He pulled back because of a karmic. Because his overall energy towards his feminine, he's opening up. He's opening up to her, you know, energetically. He's opening up. He's expanding his mind, his heart, his intuition. He knows that this is Two of Cups, that this is a spiritual union that he wants with his divine feminine. He sees this. He's using his intuition. He's using his inner knowing. He knows that there is something very special and very connected between the two of them. He's not telling you. He's silent about it. He's guarded about it. And that's why divine feminine's tripping out in their headspace. But what his overall energy towards you, we saw the bottom of the deck, that his feelings haven't changed. He wants to take the leap of faith. He's expanding, he's opening up to this whole new world of this divine spiritual union with you. And he's seeing it very clearly now, but he's just not saying anything. And that's what's triggering your anxiety, feminine. So what is feminine thinking when she thinks of her masculine? She's feeling pretty vulnerable. Here's that sacral chakra. She's feeling very vulnerable. There's some sadness. She feels a little isolated. You know, things are very silent. There's like no communication between them right now. She's starting to think, well, you know, maybe this was like okay, we talked for a couple of weeks and it's over again. So she's really trying to balance herself out. She's trying to, you know, understand her fears, integrate her fears. She's trying to come into her awareness that she's feeling vulnerable because of this old energy of sadness and isolation. What's masculine thinking when he thinks of his feminine? Look at this door to spirit. His spirit is open. He's in this energy of wanting a new beginning. He is very much trusting his spirit, his inner guide, his higher self. He's in this energy of wanting to have change. 32 is a number 5. It's about change. He wants change. He's changed as well because he's opened up to his spirit. He has completely awakened. And he's awakened to this 3 of Pentacles energy where he wants a partnership. He wants an alliance with feminine. He wants to reach out. He wants to have an exchange with her. And within a few weeks, he will come forward. He will come forward. Remember, we're still in the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. It's going to end next week. What's divine feminine's feeling? What's in her heart as related to her masculine? She has some appreciation. She's like, look, I got to get in a state of gratitude. At least the pathway is opened up. At least there is some communication. At least there is some, you know, peace that I can work on here. So there is a sense of appreciation. She's learning how to trust. She's learning how to flow. This is the Fool card. We already got that at the bottom of the deck for divine masculine. 3 of Pentacles. We already got that here. Alliances and partnerships. There's that energy of wanting to work together. Actually, hold on. Alliances and partnerships is that 3 of Wands energy, I believe. Yes, it is. It's 3 of Wands. So in his energy, there is this awakening, right? That he does want to start to have an alliance with his feminine. He's made the decision already. So remember, 2 of Wands is at the crossroads. 3 of Wands is I made the decision. I've awakened. I've made the decision. I want an exchange. Within a few weeks, I'm coming forward. So for divine feminine, right? Here's the energy of I have appreciation. I have appreciation that maybe there's the pathway. There's the pathway that's opened up between us again. I'm just going to trust. I'm going to trust. I'm going to take this leap of faith that we can work together, that we can collaborate. She's also going to trust that he learned his karmic lessons, that he is no longer a deceptive, self-interested, cunning person anymore. She's going to trust. She's going to have faith. She's also in this energy where she's kind of trusting that they've both worked on their own karma. They've both worked on their own cycles of self-sabotage. What about divine masculine's heart space towards his feminine? Look at this. Angel of love. He has so much love for her. There is this love. He is Two of Wands. See, in his heart, he's made this decision, but this is Two of Pentacles energy, right? This is the energy of, I know I need to make a choice. I know I need to make a decision. Am I going to move forward? Am I going to communicate with feminine? It's very likely that he will. And he will come forward as the Emperor. So what we're seeing here for divine masculine is that there is a lot of love in his heart for his feminine. He knows he needs to move. He knows he needs to make a decision. He knows he needs to bring in balance about how they move forward. And it's very likely that he will come forward as the Emperor and take the action in the 3D like the Emperor should. So where is feminine in her environment? Well, she's got the Queen of Swords again. So remember, it's a very prominent energy for her with the Queen of Swords at her bottom of the deck, where she's really looking at her own obsessive tendencies. So we're seeing here that she's really thinking about where she's vulnerable. We saw this already. The sacral chakra came out in her headspace. She's feeling very vulnerable. You know, maybe she's expressed herself in a vulnerable way. Maybe she's really dropped into her heart space and admitted things to herself that make her feel very vulnerable. But then she's thinking about it, and then she's feeling like, oh my God, but he hasn't even reached out. He's not even talking to me, and I feel like a fool. So she's working on this energy. She's not a fool. She's wise. She's the Queen of Swords. She's wise. She's the divine feminine. And it was okay for her to speak the truth. It was okay for her to communicate what it is that she wanted to communicate, because she's evolved. She's learned, she's grounded, she's evolved, and she's connected more to her higher self than ever before. So in her environment, she's in this energy of wisdom. She's looking at her vulnerability. She continues to work on how she assesses and addresses and connects to that vulnerability. And a lot of it has to do with expression. And she continues to evolve. She continues to grow. For masculine, what's happening in his environment, it's all about the energy of personal stability. So he wants to make sure that he feels good in his job, in his home, in his physical health, in his body. Because there has been this energy where he has felt very insecure with his divine feminine Queen of Swords. We just saw that. There has been this insecurity. He's had financial and material and these physical changes and shifts, but he knows it's time to move on from that energy. It's time to move on from the separation. It's time to end the separation. It's time to release the insecurities. So what we're really seeing for divine feminine is that she is very much continuing to heal herself, work on her courage, work on her confidence, work on the courage and confidence of her vulnerability. She's trying to get out of the headspace, no longer wanting to be stressed out about third-party karmic situations because it's happened in the past. She's really trying to learn and trust her inner knowing and her inner guidance, trust her spirit guides, her angels, her intuition to bring in balance. She wants to trust that they both have learned their lessons because they've both evolved. For divine masculine, there is this union. He has renewed passion for his divine feminine. He wants to move forward. He wants to take a leap of faith. That hasn't changed. Yes, he's pulled back, but there is this absolute awareness for him that this Two of Cups, this spiritual union is with his feminine. He just hasn't said so yet. And that has a lot to do with him continuing this awakening, wanting to have an exchange with divine feminine to move forward in a few weeks. And so right now in his heart space, yes, love is there, but he's at the crossroads of coming forward. But it's very likely that he will come forward as this Emperor. And so his environment, he's in this energy of working on his stability, his physical self. There's challenges and changes that have occurred. It's about the separation with his divine feminine. It's time to move on and break out of separation. It's time to end separation. But I feel like that will happen within a few weeks. Okay? I really want to see where things are headed, but I'm not. what I'm going to do is I'm going to close out this reading with a message from Spirit for masculine and feminine on their union. One message for divine masculine and feminine on their union. Oh, look at that. Light is the card. And the bottom of the deck is, oh my God, move forward. It's time to move forward. It's time to move towards the light. You cannot make this up. It's time. It's time to move towards the light. And when the light card comes out, this is all about that energy of shining your light. It's all about the energy of illuminating any dark areas of your life. Right? Sometimes you feel like things are missing, but the truth is always there. So if you're in your own shadows, feminine, seek the light. For masculine, he's got the light. And your light, feminine, is calling him. Your light is calling him. And your light is showing him the way in the physical plane, in the mental, spiritual, emotional plane. He is following that popcorn trail to you. And that is why this separation is about to end in a few weeks. Spirit is saying it's time to move forward. Move towards the light. Oh my God, you can't make this up. If you guys want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a great day. Bye.